All right, obviously we're going to start this video with the elephant in the room. That is a center just retiring in his 7th season, I think it is, in the NFL. And we're going to talk about that in this video, but I also want to talk about who is replacing him. Olu Oluwatimi, we're going to talk about him. I know him well. As you can see, if you're not used to this channel, if you don't know this channel, we're Lions fans. I'm a Michigan fan. Olu went to Michigan for his senior year and was a very good center for the Wolverines. So we're going to talk about what he brings to your team. We're also going to hit up what happened with the injury report and why I think this week the Seahawks are going to get a massive divisional win against the San Francisco 49ers. So we're going to talk about all that in this video. But first, let me know, how do you feel about this Connor Williams thing? Is this hitting you out of left field? Did you see it coming? What is your confidence level in Olu and this offensive line that's getting Lucas, all that kind of stuff back? So let's talk about all those things, but let's start with the retirement. All right. Mike McDonald said earlier this week after Friday's practice, Connor earlier this week decided to retire. Personal reasons, we respect that. Wish him the best, and we've got to move forward. Hello. All right, that's simple. I guess that's it. He said it's been a process throughout the week. They'll make roster moves tomorrow, and all designations and things like that will happen tomorrow. But he went on to talk about Olu just a little bit, and that's what I want to do, and I want to compare these guys. Here's what he said. He said, Olu will play center for us right now, and we're excited for his opportunity. Just like all the other young guys who have had opportunity, Olu's right there. He's been working his tail off, and he's got a great opportunity. We're excited to see him play. All right, now there is a connection. All right, Olu, I think I don't know if he was at Michigan, to be honest with you. He might have been at McDonald's last year there. But either way, there's that connection. They're both Michigan men, and there's a familiarity with what they want and have done. Connor Williams, the player they're losing, first off, I don't want to sugarcoat it or act like he wasn't a good player. He was. He was having by far the worst year of his career. But that's not because he was playing terrible. That's because he has been nothing but a model of consistency over the first 6 years of his career. He played the first 4 years that he played in Dallas. He was good in Dallas. And then he went to Miami, and he got even better. His 2 years that he spent in Miami with the Dolphins, he was a highly graded center. In those 2 years, he gave up a total of 4 sacks. He gave up a total of 21 pressures in 2 years. For an NFL center, that is really, really good, but he's traditionally been a run blocker, a better run blocker even than he has been a pass blocker. So when you have to replace a guy like that, you understand that that's the anchor. All right, Olu Oluwatimi is not like this inexperienced, young, rookie type of player. He was drafted in 2023. All right, he's been around for a while, waiting. He's a 5th-round draft pick who, yes, he hasn't played a lot of snaps in the NFL. Totally understand that. Barely any. All right, but he was a decorated college lineman. All right, in 2022, he won the following trophies. All right, the Remington. If you're not familiar with what the Remington is, that goes to the best player and at the center position in college football. The best center in college football. He also won the Outland Trophy, which goes to the best interior lineman in college football. So not only just the best center, but the best interior lineman. Now you have left and right guard that are there. He was a consensus All-American. A lot of different people voting on all of these. He was in all of them. He was an All Big Ten. Obviously, if you're an All-American, you're going to be an All Big Ten. He won the Big Ten Sportsmanship Award. Like, are you kidding me? All right? And he was a semifinalist for the Lombardi Award, and not to mention his offensive line won the Joe Moore Award, which goes to the best offensive line in college football. So now that you know a little bit more about Olu Oluwatimi, because maybe you didn't know a ton about him because he was a 5th-round draft pick, Let's get into the kind of athlete he is, and can he compete at the same athletic level as Connor Williams? Because Connor Williams was a pretty athletic center. First, I'm going to start with Connor Williams. All right, if you don't know about this relative athletic score, I love this, especially in the offseason when we're looking at college prospects and things like that. All right, Connor Williams was here's the thing. He came out as a tackle, turned to center. All right, here's what he was elite at. He had good long speed. Nobody cares. Like, unless you're going to have a center pull, nobody cares, all right? It doesn't really matter, and even in that, you're more worried about the shuttle and the three-cone, all right? He was not great when it came to his size. He was fine with his height. He was a little tall, I guess, and his bench press was good, all right? These are the ones that matter, all right? Size, explosion, and agility, all right? And arm length, 33. So let's compare him to Olu Oluwatimi. All right, that Michigan looks beautiful, just in case anybody was wondering. It looks really good. All right, so he comes out with a lower RAS of 7.83. His arm length is almost the exact same size. His hands are significantly smaller. That's the one thing that could bring him back. However, his weight is exactly where you want it to be. His bench press is better. He has a better explosion and almost the same when it comes to his agility. All right, you just flip him. So Olu Oluwatimi, the question you have to ask yourself is, can he do it mentally? Is he a guy who's ready for the rigors of what happens in the NFL and an NFL game? And my answer is a resounding yes. When he came to Michigan, it felt like it took him a game or two to adjust to the Big Ten. He's going to do the same thing when it comes to what happens in Seattle. He is a good player, and it is such an important thing because you guys are right there. I understand it doesn't look good. You're at the bottom of the division at 4-5, but the top of the division is 1.5 games ahead of you. 1.5 games. And by the way, you win this game, you flip with the 49ers, and there's a real chance and a big-time opportunity for you to be 5-5 and be sitting in second place. All right, the NFC West does not have anybody running away with it. The Cardinals have looked really good the last couple weeks. They're sitting on a bye, so you can win this game. You go in 1 game back. 1 game back of first place if you win this game. That's the worst-case scenario. 1 game back of first place with 7 games to play. I would take that. The only difference is that you're 5-5, and you're hoping that you would have been at the time 7-3, and maybe a game back of an 8-2 team. Right? That's the only difference. You're still just 1 game back. All right, so let's look at the injuries of this game. Injuries play an important part. And as usual, you have 2 teams that are hurting. All right, so here's the good news. DK Metcalf, full participant all week. He should be back. Everybody said with that knee injury, everybody was terrified. He should be back. Abraham Lucas should be good to go. Leonard Williams, this is interesting. He doesn't have a game status yet. No questionable or anything like that. He should be back. So Connor Williams is out. Brady Russell is out. Okay. And Noah Fant. It's all right. You got another Michigan tight end. Just throw him in there. Just Michigan players on offense. It's all good. I still think it's funny that you have a guy that was at Michigan as a defensive coordinator for a year, and yet you have a bunch of Michigan offensive players. Anyways, the 49ers, Bosa, questionable. Right? He's going to play, but not at the same level. Their outs are Givens. Ward is out on a questionable matter. Kittle, I thought I heard he wasn't going to play. All right, Trent Williams. Man, he's just resting, but he's not at 100%. By the way, Trent Williams not at 100% is like pretty much any other tackle at 100%, so it's fine. All right, Feliciano, he was very important to them. We found that out last year. All right, Gross Matos, questionable. So many questionables, outs, and doubtfuls for the 49ers. They are banged up. Now, they have Christian McCaffrey back. I understand that. The offense is going to be humming. I understand that. But I don't think people realize how important George Kittle is to this offense. If he's not playing, they're in trouble. You have a great opportunity ahead of you, and this change at center is very unique and I think can actually be really helpful. All right. Thanks for watching. Hey, let's get that W. If you want more Seahawks content, make sure you hit that subscribe button here. Or if you just like NFL in general, love the little guy, hit that subscribe button. Love to have you. Thanks for watching.